PayCrete LLP. Again, just giving you a quick tutorial on setting up your company in PayCrete. So here I am again at my dashboard view. Over here on the left, we have our menu again. We're going to go over adding jobs here. So again, I'm sure I'm in the right account. My company name is at the top. I can see all my progress bars at the top. My graph is empty, so I'm just getting started and I want to add a job. So we'll go over here to the jobs. We'll click on that. Here you have a couple links. So eventually, after you have a lot of jobs in the system, you can browse jobs or you can create a job. So we're going to go ahead and create our first job here. Let's click that. So we're going to create a job here. Here's a pretty simple form that shows up, not much to it. Very, very simple. Let's go ahead and give this job a name. Let's say that my construction company does residential concrete construction. So we're at Mrs. Smith's house. Let's just call it that, Mrs. Smith. Job number. If you number your jobs or not, we suggest you do just for the system to be able to track it better. So let's go ahead and give this job number 100. We'll start with 100. You have the ability to put in a street, city, state, zip code of the address. So let's go ahead and do that. 1234 Job Street. Go ahead and put in a random address here. And here again, now we're down here to the value bar. So here's where you can enter the value of your job. You don't need to put in a dollar symbol or anything like that, just a number. So let's just value this job, and let's say 4,500. Now down here under job type, it will default a job type as driveway. We can always change this later. So initially when you set up your account, driveway is going to be a job type to select from. So we're going to go ahead and go with that for now. So we're going to go ahead and add this in here. The value is 4,500 and the job type is driveway. Now here, the next row down, it says size. Let's go ahead and put a size in here. Let's say 800. Again, this could be square feet or lineal feet. It could be bricks, it could be blocks, however you measure your units. So let's say the value of this job was 10,000 and the job type was a wall and you know it's blocks. You could put size as being lineal feet or square feet or blocks. So we know it's going to be square feet on this job, so let's just put 800 square feet in there. The next checkbox down is start job now. So essentially, without clicking that box, I can create this job and it will not be viewable for my employees to clock in under. Now, if I want to start this job right now, that will make it viewable in the time clock section. So when my employees come in the morning and they want to clock in, all the jobs that are started or in progress are right there for them to clock in. So if they want to clock in at Mrs. Smith's, they will be able to do so as soon as I start this job. So right now, let's go ahead and leave it unstarted. So right now, we're just going to add the job in the system. We're not going to start the job right now. So we added the job in the system, and it takes you to the job analysis page. So this is going to tell you everything about it. So we have job number 100. Job name is Mrs. Smith. It's a driveway. It's at this address, which if this was a real address, you could click that link and your employees will be mapped to the address, which is all great stuff. Has the value here of 4,500 and it says 800 units. So I know that's square feet on this because it's a driveway, and it says not yet started. So moving on, it says total man hours to date. Right there will display all the man hours that went into that job. Next is labor cost. It will automatically calculate man hours with overtime considered, break time, pretty much all the time when anybody's clocked in under that job will come right here and calculate as a cost. So you can see your exact cost on that job for labor. Material cost right here is calculated by any type of materials that you add into the job. If you feel inclined to keep track of material costs in here, you can. It's not a requirement for the system to operate and help your business. So you do not need to do that, but it is advised if you want to really get some deep insights into how your business operates. So you can always add material costs, and those will display here. Running gross here at the end, of course it's 4,500 right now, but as soon as some of these costs start to add up, your gross number will go down. So here at the end of your job will display your gross profit. So kind of neat. Um, Cost code breakdown by hours right here. Eventually, after you add a few cost codes and your employees clock in under, let's say, demolition or trucking or jackhammering or pouring concrete, any kind of task that's related to the job. If you spend a lot of time sweeping, you could add that as a cost code. So any type of cost codes or job tasks will be broken down right here, telling you how long somebody spent sweeping the job at Mrs. Smith's, or telling you how long the crew took to pour the job at Mrs. Smith, and the total man hours that correlate with those tasks. So that will all be broken down right here. Pretty cool stuff. Production rates. This is going to be each cost code. So this is going to be, again, your tasks, how many hours went into them, and then how many units they actually produced per hour. So let's say you sent a crew out there to jackhammer the driveway out at Mrs. Smith's, and by the time they clock out at the end of the day, this program will automatically tell you how many square feet per man per hour was completed that day. So when you go to close this job out, you will know exactly how many square feet per hour one man can do on any task. So pretty neat stuff. So we've just added this job. Now, if we want to start this job, we will go back to jobs here on the left. We'll go to browse jobs. Now, when we go to browse jobs, again, in the left-hand pane here, we went to the menu, we clicked jobs and went to browse jobs. Now here you'll see a listing of all your jobs. Now, you'll see this one has a status of not yet started. The job name is the job number and the name here. The start date is none right now. End date is none right now. It shows the value and location. And then all the way on the right, you have a start button, an analysis button, and an edit button. So at any point in time, I can edit this job and change what type of job it is, or change the address of the job. Let's say I misspelled something. I can always edit this job by clicking edit at any point in time, even after a job is done. The analysis button will take us right back to the last page we were at. Pretty neat. So you can see the graphs and see the cost code breakdowns and see your gross profit on that job. So you'd simply click analysis if you wanted to see that. Now, if we wanted to click start, that will make this job viewable in the time clock window. So let's go ahead and click start. Now this will actually take you back to the job analysis page. So again, it shows you all the information. You being a manager or an owner can review this information and make sure it's all here and correct before it goes out to the guys. So right now it is active on the selection list for employees to clock in under. So now when I go to jobs and browse jobs, I'm back here at this page and it says in progress. So again, the job name is 100. Mrs. Smith, it all looks right. Now it has a start date, so the job has been started. Here's the value, everything is here. Now you'll see instead of a start button, at the very end there's a finish button. So as soon as you finish a job and you're all paid and everything is done, you simply click finish and it will tally up all the calculations and totals for you, and you can look at that job and see exactly how it broke down. So clicking finish will actually finish that job. Now, so let's go ahead and click finish one time, see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and finish this job. It takes you back to the job analysis, and by now you've clicked finish. All this neat information is in here. Your employees have clocked in and out dozens of times. Your hours are all rung up and your labor cost is there. Your material cost may have been entered. and your gross number is going to be pretty accurate. So again, this is how to add jobs and browse jobs. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time.